Well, hello there. Good morning to you. It's Cecilia, and I have a question. How much time do you spend on your business? So let that sink in for a minute. So this is the world, the place, the space for online business builders and owners in the network and affiliate marketing arena. And how much time do you spend on your business each week? Drop me a number in the comments. Let me know how much time you spend on your business while I get this shared in a couple of groups. And then we'll go ahead and get started with the discussion. So yes, today I want to know, how much time do you spend each week on your business? Can you hear me? Yep, you can hear me, so we're good to go there. All right, let me get this shared in a couple of groups in the meantime. For those who've never seen me before, my name is Cecilia Morris, and I go by the tagline, I'm your engineer by education and your home business owner by desire. And I teach network and affiliate marketers how to use the internet and social media to build their brand and their business online outside of their company so they are perceived as the expert and authority in their niche. I've been in network marketing a little over, well, not a little, but over 10 years. And 2 years ago, I went online. In January of this year is when I started my personal coaching business, where I help individuals do exactly what I just said, build their brand and their business using the internet and social media. All right, so with that being said, if you have never watched me before, give me a 5 in the comments. If you watched me before and gotten value, please like, comment, and share with those that you know. If you've seen me before and you're here with me live, give me a wave or a fist bump just to say hey. And don't feel afraid to drop your name in the comments so that way I can give you a shout out as well. So remember, today's question is, how much time do you spend each week on your business? And drop me a number in the comments. Let me know how many hours are you putting in on your business. And when I say putting in, I'm not talking about listening to trainings. I'm not talking about doing workshops. I'm talking about business building activities, those things that you do where you are reaching out to someone else to let them know about the product, service, or opportunity that you have to offer. All right, so I'm looking for some numbers to get dropped in there. I know it's early for a lot of people. Some people are at work. And then overseas, it's a little later in the afternoon. So good afternoon or good evening to you, depending on where you are in the world. Or as my friend JT likes to say, the big blue marble. All right, let me get this shared in one more place, and then I will go ahead and start the discussion. Like I said, I'm hoping Facebook organically gets me some people on board. But if not, and you're watching the replay, once again, go ahead and comment as we go through the video, because I do go back and check the comments and engage with you as well. All right, so how much time do you spend on your business each week in terms of hours? Some people say if you're doing it part-time that you should do 20 hours a week. I've heard other people say, and these are gurus in the industry, say that you should spend at least 4 to 5 hours a week on your business. And a lot of this has to do with whether or not you have a full-time job. So I remember back in 2008 when the world imploded, with the housing crisis and General Motors, Ford, the big three needing help, the banking industry, Wall Street going to pot or whatever, literally. I was watching the Dr. Phil show, and there was a lady on there with her husband, and she was talking about how he was just lazy. Like, he lost his job as a part of the crisis. I lost mine too, by the way. And he just wasn't doing anything. When she left, he was at home in the bed or watching TV. When she came back from work, he was home in the bed or watching TV. And she just didn't understand why he wouldn't Goya, get off your ass and do something to find work. You can't wallow in self-pity. And one of the things I remember Dr. Phil saying is that if you are not working 40 hours a week, then you need to spend 40 hours a week looking for a job. So I thought about that last night in terms of my business, and I'm bringing you this message early because I wanted to give you some time to think about it through the course of your day. And I thought about this last night because I had a client call, or a potential client call, decided that we are not a good fit. And I get to do that in my business. I get to decide who I want to work with. Unlike at a job, they just tell you who your coworkers are. And if you don't like them, suck it up, buttercup. That's what you got. But yeah, so we decided it wasn't a good fit for us to work together on one-on-one coaching, but he was a good fit for my products. But anywho, one of the things he said when I was talking to him was that, when I was showing him my screen and some of the things that he needed to be doing, he was like, wow, this seems like a lot of work. And asked him, I said, well, how many hours do you work for your job? And he said 40 hours a week. I said, how's that broken down? Because with different companies, it could be 4 10s, it could be 5 8s, it could be 3 12s, it just depends on the company. So he does 4 10s. So then I asked him, I said, so with your 4 10s, do you get a paid break? Or breaks, I guess you'd have multiple for 10 hours. Do you get paid breaks or are they unpaid? And he said, well, if I stay in the building, they're paid. But if I leave, I have to clock out, so I don't get paid. So his 10-hour day, if he decided to leave the premises, is now dropped down to 9 hours and 20 minutes of pay because he left the premises for break, whether it's to go to McDonald's, Wendy, KFC, whatever. All right. So then I asked him how much time does he spend traveling for work? He didn't get my question. I said, how long does it take you to get to work? And he said about 40, 45 minutes. So I said, okay, well, let's make it 45 because the numbers are easier for me to work with. So that's another hour and a half. So 10 hours of his day are working, an hour and a half for travel. So that's 11 and a half hours a day he spends at his job, either getting there, getting home, and then if he takes the 2 lunch breaks, we'll take out 40 minutes of pay, but we can't take out 40 minutes of time. So let's think about that from a business perspective. So he's just spent 10 hours at work, of which he's paid, we'll say $15 an hour. So that's $150 a day. And he does that for 4 days. So $150 a day times 4 days. So he made $600 for the week. Not a bad haul, considering he just had a high school diploma. No big deal. But his gas is not deductible. We didn't even factor in the hour and a half of his time. That's just the pay. So when we look at it in terms of hours, so now we're at 11.5 hours a day times 4 days. That's 46 hours that he's spending for his job over the 4-day period. So with that, I asked him, I said, so if you spend 46 hours a week, I said a day, 46 hours a week with your job, either working or commuting, how much time do you think you need to put into your business? And he kind of sat there for a minute and was quiet. And this is a lesson to all my business builders and owners out there. When you ask somebody a question, shut up until they answer. The person who speaks first loses. I got that from a girl, Keisha Bass. Keep your mouth shut. When you ask a question, wait for the answer. So we just sat there while I was waiting for him to give me the answer. And he was like, wow, I never thought about it like that. He was like, I guess 5-10 hours a week really isn't that bad. No. And when you think about how in 6 months, those 5 to 10 hours a week can potentially eliminate the 46 hours a week that you spend at your job, of which you are only paid $600 a week. And that's before taxes. Let's not leave that part out. That is before taxes. So when I talk to my potential clients and they ask me how much time do they need to spend on their business, I don't give them 20 hours a week, 4 to 5 hours a week. I say whatever it takes to get the job done. So I want to go back to a video that I did back in May where I talked about my own time management. And I'm also going to give you a link in the comments to an article that you can read on how to map your weekly schedule to have more fun and get more done. Because as builders, business builders and owners, we need to plan out our time to make sure that we are focused on business building activities. So I timed myself, and the time hasn't changed because I'm pretty efficient. It's the engineer and the OCD in me. So I started one day at 4:40 in the afternoon. Yes, I said I started at 4:40 in the afternoon. And between 4:40 and 6:20, this is what I did. I made connections on Facebook and LinkedIn. I got 20 new leads into my affiliate marketing program. I scheduled an email to go out the next day for all of my YouTube videos I did for the previous week. I emailed all my leads because even though I have an autoresponder, before I got the autoresponder, I had over 2,300 leads that were just in my email. So if I don't email them, then they don't get the information. So I have to email them separately from my autoresponder. So I emailed over 2,300 people, not one at a time, of course, don't get weird, but I emailed over 2,300 people, also giving them my videos for the previous week. I did some Facebook and LinkedIn posts. Excuse me, can't read my own writing. I also, let's see, I said I did my LinkedIn post. I did my connections on Facebook and LinkedIn, 20 leads into my affiliate program, scheduled a broadcast for my videos for the previous week, and I emailed my leads that I don't have in my autoresponder. And I responded to everyone that had responded to me from my previous connections, because I do connections every day. Well, I used to do it. Now I do it 3 times a week. But at the time, I was making Facebook and LinkedIn connections every day. So I responded to everyone who responded to my request to connect. I did all of that. I started at 4:40 in the afternoon, and by 6:20, I was done. That's it. So that is what, an hour, and 4:40 to 5:40 is an hour and 40 minutes that I spent on business building activities on that particular day. And that's pretty much the average of my work that I do. Now, there's other things that I do that are not work because it's not connecting with people, but it is part of the business building process. And you have to think about that as well. I do training, I build capture pages, I have phone consultations with people that have signed up, or a business discovery call. So there's things that I do outside of that, but from an actual work perspective, where I am reaching out to other people and getting with them to share with them information about my business, an hour and 40 minutes. So I say all that to say, you can map your schedule for the week. So that way you know exactly what it is you're going to be doing and when. And you can make it fun if you have kids, or you can make it, I don't want to say mandatory, that's not the word I'm looking for, but you can make it fun when you have kids, because if you sit down and map your schedule, you can say, kids, okay, every day from, I get off work at 6, from 6 to 7 or 6 to 8, that's your time. It's cooking dinner, it's having fun time. It may be your kids' after school activities, because school's about to start up. But if you can share your schedule with your family, then not only will they appreciate the time that you are giving them, but they will also respect the time that you are giving yourself. That is super important, because your family needs to understand you're building a legacy, you're building an empire, you're building a better life for them. So they must know when you are unavailable, because you have to work on yourself. By working on yourself, I mean working on your business. By working on your business, I mean doing those activities to where you are reaching out, telling other people about your business. And so I hope this helps you get a better understanding of how much time you spend with your job, how much time you spend on your business, and why you need to make time for yourself. So with that, that's my message for today. I am Cecilia Morris, your engineer by education, home business owner by desire. Make sure you click the link in the comments to read the entire article on how to plan your weekly schedule. And you should plan it out for the week if at all possible. And do it on Sunday. Sunday's a good day, especially for my working folks. If you do it on Sunday, then you already know what your Monday through Saturday is going to be like. And of course, don't get so tight with your schedule that you don't leave room for errors, breaks, or unforeseen circumstances. It's not about being so regimented. It's about just being present in terms of how you are going to spend time on your business. All right, last thing, I would not be a good businesswoman if I did not plug my masterclass that is tomorrow, Tuesday the 31st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In this masterclass, you are going to see me go from just having a Facebook personal page, that's it, a Facebook personal page, to where I am going to build a fan page. I'm going to set up an email autoresponder. I'm going to build a lead magnet, and I'm going to put all of that in a Facebook ad in 1 hour or less. And if you want to watch me do this live, click the link that is part of the description of this video, not the comments. I put it at the top. Click that link so that way you can get registered. And with your registration, you have the possibility to get lifetime access so you can watch and use this training for your own business over and over and over again. What I'm going to share with you is invaluable to building up your business. If you have not done these things, built a Facebook fan page, if you don't have an autoresponder for emails, if you don't have a lead magnet, to entice someone to want to give you their email. And if you don't know how to run a Facebook ad and analyze the metrics, you need to be on this webinar tomorrow at 7 p.m. So click the link that's in the description, not the comments, in the description, to get registered for this webinar tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to watch me do it live in an hour or less because I'm pretty good at this. I'm telling you, I've been practicing for 2 years, right? So click that link and get registered and plan to be there tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to watch me show you live how to take your business from nothing to something, all online. Once again, I'm Cecilia, your engineer by education, home business owner by desire. Click the link in the comments to see how to map your weekly schedule so you can have more fun and get more done. Click the link in the description to register for tomorrow's masterclass where you will watch me live create my first, not my first, but a Facebook ad where I will show you how to go from nothing to something in your business. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Enjoy. Take care, and God bless.